Ladies and gentlemen, success is not something you stumble upon. It is not luck, fate, or the goodwill of others. Success is built. It is crafted brick by the choices you make every single day. If you want a life that guarantees success, you must design it, shape it, and commit to it with unwavering discipline. The great news, you don't have to guess how to do it. Success leaves clues. It follows principles. And if you align yourself with these principles, you make success inevitable. Not overnight, not by accident, but by intention, by habit, and by philosophy. So, how do you create a life that guarantees your success? If you don't know where you're going, how will you ever get there? Success begins with clarity. Define what success means to you, not to your neighbor, not to society, but to you. See it clearly in your mind and write it down. Your vision must be so strong that it pulls you forward even on the days you don't feel like moving. Success isn't achieved in a day, it's achieved daily. Your life is shaped by the small things you do consistently. The right habits, done over time, create unstoppable momentum. Develop routines that align with your goals. Reading, planning, exercising, and practicing self-discipline. Your mind is the factory of your future. Be mindful of what you allow in, because what goes in will come out. Feed your mind with ideas that inspire, challenge, and expand your thinking. Read great books. Listen to empowering messages, and surround yourself with wisdom. Your environment matters. You rise or fall based on the people around you. Get around people who challenge you to be better. People who believe in possibilities. People who lift you up. If you want to soar, you can't spend all your time with those who crawl. Your emotions can be your greatest ally or your biggest enemy. If you let fear, doubt, and frustration control you, they will rob you of progress. But if you master your emotions, if you learn to respond instead of react, you'll stay steady on your journey. The moment you take full ownership of your life, everything changes. No more blaming, no more excuses, just results. The power to change your life is in your hands, and when you embrace that truth, success becomes a choice, not a chance. Success is not just about what you get, it's about what you give. The more value you bring to the world, the more success comes back to you. Find ways to serve, to lead, and to impact the lives of others, and success will chase you down. Times change, markets shift, and new ideas emerge. If you stop learning, you stop growing. And if you stop growing, you start declining. Commit to constant learning, improvement, and expansion of your knowledge and skills. Wishing, hoping, and dreaming are good, but they mean nothing without action. Success favors those who move, who take risks, who step forward even when they're uncertain. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. It doesn't exist. Start now. Obstacles will come, challenges will arise, but success belongs to those who refuse to quit. It's not about talent, luck, or intelligence. It's about persistence. Stay in the game. Keep going even when it's tough, because if you don't quit, you will win. If you don't have a clear destination, how will you ever arrive? Imagine a ship setting sail with no course, no captain at the wheel, just drifting wherever the wind takes it. That's how most people live. Hoping, wishing, reacting to life instead of directing it. But those who succeed have something different. They know exactly where they're going. A compelling vision gives your life direction. It fuels your actions, shapes your decisions, and pulls you forward even on the days when motivation runs low. It's more than just a goal. It's a blueprint, a picture so vivid in your mind that you can see it, feel it, and believe in it long before it becomes reality. Without a vision, distractions will control your life. You'll chase every opportunity that comes along, spread yourself too thin, and end up exhausted, but nowhere closer to your dreams. But when you have a clear vision, you know what to say yes to, and more importantly, what to say no to. You become focused, deliberate, and intentional about your time, your energy, and your priorities. Your vision must be specific. It's not enough to say, I want to be successful, or I want a better life. What does success look like for you? What kind of life do you want to wake up to every morning? Describe it in detail. Where you live, the people around you, the work you do, the impact you make. The clearer your vision, the stronger its pull. And here's the secret. Your vision must excite you. It should stir something inside you, create a spark that makes you eager to get up in the morning and get to work. If it doesn't inspire you, it won't drive you. If it doesn't challenge you, it won't change you. Most people never take the time to craft a vision for their life. They let the world decide for them, following the expectations of others instead of designing a future they truly want. But those who succeed take full ownership of their vision. They write it down, they refine it, they review it daily until it becomes a part of them. The best time to create a vision was years ago. The second best time is today. Take the time, sit down, and get clear on what you truly want. Because once you see it in your mind, and once you commit to it with everything you've got, nothing can stop you from making it real. Success isn't something you do once. It's what you do consistently. It's not about a big effort here and there. It's about the small things repeated over time that shape who you become and what you achieve. Every day you are casting votes for the kind of person you will be in the future. Your habits, your routines, your daily disciplines, they are the foundation upon which success is built. The challenge is that discipline isn't always exciting. It's easy to talk about big dreams, but the real question is, what are you doing every single day to move toward them? The truth is, discipline isn't about motivation. Motivation comes and goes. Some days you feel like giving it your all. Other days you don't even want to get out of bed. But discipline means you show up anyway. You do the work not because you feel like it, but because you made a commitment. Small disciplines compound over time. Reading 10 pages a day doesn't seem like much until you realize that's over 3,000 pages a year. Exercising for 30 minutes might not feel like a transformation, but do it daily, and a year from now your body will thank you. Making one more phone call, taking one extra step, going just a little further than most people are willing to go, that's where the edge is. But just as good habits can build your future, bad habits can destroy it. Neglect is easy. Skipping one workout, pushing off one project, ignoring one opportunity. None of it seems like a big deal in the moment. But success and failure aren't sudden. They are the result of small choices repeated over time. The problem with neglect is that it doesn't show up immediately. It's like a slow leak in a tire. You don't notice it today, but one day you find yourself completely stuck. So the key is to create disciplines that work for you, that align with your goals, and that keep you moving forward, whether you feel like it or not. And here's the beauty of discipline. The more you practice it, the stronger it gets. What once felt difficult becomes automatic. What once required effort becomes second nature. And when discipline becomes a habit, success becomes inevitable. The question is, what are the small, consistent actions you are willing to commit to every day? Because the answer to that question will determine the direction of your life. Your mind is the most valuable asset you have. It is the control center of your life, the place where your thoughts, beliefs, and decisions are formed. And just like a garden, it will grow whatever is planted in it, whether it's weeds or flowers, whether it's success or failure. That's why you must guard it carefully, because whatever you allow in will determine what comes out. Every day you are being bombarded with messages, some uplifting, others discouraging, some that build confidence, others that create doubt. The question is, are you consciously choosing what influences you, or are you letting just anything take root in your mind? Because here's the truth. If you don't intentionally guard your mind, the world will do it for you. And most of what the world feeds you is filled with fear, negativity, and limitations. You have to be selective about what you read, what you listen to, and who you spend time with. Ideas are powerful. A single idea can change your life for the better, and a single wrong idea can keep you stuck for years. The people you associate with, the books you read, the conversations you have, these are all shaping your future, whether you realize it or not. If you constantly feed your mind with doubts, fears, and excuses, don't be surprised if your life reflects them. But if you make a decision to fill your mind with wisdom, inspiration, and knowledge, you will begin to see new possibilities, new solutions, and new opportunities. Success begins in the mind long before it ever shows up in reality. It's not just about what you take in, it's also about what you refuse to accept. Just because someone speaks negativity over you doesn't mean you have to believe it. Just because the world says something is impossible doesn't mean it's true for you. You must stand guard like a watchman over a city, deciding which thoughts are allowed in and which must be turned away. Most people protect their money, their homes, their possessions, but they leave their minds open to anything. Yet, your mind is worth more than all of those things combined, because from it flows the quality of your entire life. Guard it well, and it will reward you with wisdom, strength, and a future that is built on the right foundation. The people you spend the most time with have an incredible influence on your life, more than you might realize. Your conversations, your habits, even your mindset are shaped by the company you keep. If you want to know where your life is headed, take a look at the people around you, because whether you like it or not, you will become like them. Success is not just about what you do, it's also about who you surround yourself with. Spend time with people who are lazy, negative, and full of excuses, and soon, without even noticing, you'll start thinking, speaking, and acting just like them. But spend time with people who challenge you, inspire you, and push you to grow, and you'll naturally rise to a higher level. There's an old saying, if you're the smartest person in the room, growth happens when you're around people who stretch your thinking, who introduce you to new ideas, and who refuse to let you settle for less than your potential. Seek out those who are doing what you want to do, who have the kind of mindset you admire, and who are on the path to success. Their energy, their perspective, and their habits will begin to rub off on you. At the same time, be aware of the people who drain your energy, who constantly complain, who see problems instead of solutions. You don't have to cut them off completely, but you do need to set boundaries. You can't afford to let their doubts and limitations become yours. Protect your environment because it will determine how high you can go. And remember, it's not just about what you can gain, it's also about what you can give. Be the kind of person who lifts others up, who encourages, who adds value. Build relationships that are based on growth, mutual respect, and shared vision. The right people won't just help you succeed, they will help you become the best version of yourself. And that is worth more than anything. Your emotions can be your greatest ally or your worst enemy. They have the power to push you forward or hold you back. They can give you strength or they can make you weak. The difference isn't in the emotions themselves, it's in how you manage them. Life will test you. There will be days when frustration creeps in, when doubt whispers in your ear, when circumstances don't go your way. The question isn't whether you'll feel emotions, it's what you'll do with them. Because if you don't control your emotions will control you. Think about it. How many people make decisions based on how they feel in the moment, only to regret them later? How many times has anger led to a mistake or fear led to missed opportunities? Feelings are real, but they are not always reliable. You must learn to separate emotion from action, to recognize when your emotions are leading you in the wrong direction, and to choose wisdom instead. This doesn't mean ignoring your emotions, it means mastering them. It means acknowledging how you feel, but not letting those feelings dictate your choices. It means keeping your head clear when challenges arise, staying calm when pressure mounts, and staying committed to your goals regardless of temporary frustrations. Discipline is key. There will be moments when fear tells you to quit, but discipline says, keep going. There will be times when anger tempts you to react, but discipline tells you to pause. There will be days when doubt makes you question everything, but discipline reminds you why you started. The strongest people aren't the ones who never feel negative emotions. They're the ones who refuse to let those emotions run their lives. They feel fear, but take action anyway. They face disappointment, but keep their focus. They experience setbacks, but refuse to let emotions convince them to give up. The real test of emotional mastery isn't when things are easy, it's when things are hard. Anyone can stay positive when life is going well, but true strength is built in the moments when you choose to rise above emotions that would pull you down. Control your emotions and you control your future. Let them control you and you give your power away. The choice is yours. There comes a moment when you have to look in the mirror and realize that where you are in life is a result of the choices you've made. Not luck, not circumstances, not what someone else did or didn't do, just you. That realization is powerful because the moment you take full responsibility for your life, everything changes. It's easy to blame, it's easy to point fingers at the economy, your upbringing, your boss, or even the weather. But the problem with blame is that it gives away your power. If someone or something else is responsible for your situation, then you're stuck waiting for them to change before your life can improve. And that's a dangerous place to be, because now your future is in someone else's hands. The truth is, life isn't always fair. Things will happen that you can't control. People will disappoint you. Circumstances won't always be ideal. But the question isn't what happens. The question is what you do about it. You may not control everything that comes your way, but you always control how you respond. Taking full responsibility means no excuses, no justifications, no stories about why something didn't work out. It means looking at every setback as a lesson, every challenge as an opportunity to grow. It means asking, what can I do? How can I improve? What's the next step? Instead of waiting for things to get better, you take action to make them better. People who succeed in life don't sit around hoping someone will come along and fix things for them. They don't wait for perfect conditions or for someone else to hand them an opportunity. They step up, they take charge. They recognize that their future is their responsibility and they make decisions accordingly. This mindset is what separates those who thrive from those who struggle. The ones who succeed refuse to let their past define them. They refuse to let obstacles stop them. They refuse to play the victim. They know that no matter what, They are the author of their own story. The moment you take full responsibility, your life is no longer dictated by circumstances, it's dictated by your choices. And when you live by that principle, you stop waiting for life to happen to you and you start making life happen for you. That's when everything begins to change. One of the greatest secrets to success is this: the more you help others, the more life helps you. It may seem counterintuitive in a world that teaches us to focus on ourselves, to get ahead, to accumulate and achieve, but real fulfillment, real success comes not just from what you get, it comes from what you give. Think about the most successful businesses, leaders, and influencers. What do they all have in common? They serve people. A great business solves a problem. A great leader inspires and uplifts. A great individual adds value to those around them. The key isn't just working hard for yourself, it's finding a way to make a difference in the lives of others. When you serve others, something powerful happens. First, you build trust and relationships. People want to do business with, follow, and support those who genuinely care. Second, you create opportunities. The more value you bring to others, the more doors open for you. And third, you discover a deeper sense of purpose. Life is about more than just personal success. It's about impact. The mistake many people make is waiting until they have enough before they give. They think, once I have more money, then I'll give. Once I have more time, then I'll help others. But that's not how it works. You don't wait until you have everything to start giving. You start where you are. Serve with what you have, and you'll find that life gives back to you in ways you never imagined. Serving doesn't have to be grand. It can be as simple as encouraging someone, sharing knowledge, or offering a helping hand. It's a mindset, one that shifts your focus from what can I get to how can I help. And when you develop that mindset, everything changes. The truth is, life rewards those who give more than they take. The more people you help, the more success will flow back to you, not because you're chasing it, but because service attracts abundance. The more value you create, the more valuable you become. If you want to live a life of significance, make service a priority. Because in the end, success isn't just measured by what you achieve, it's measured by the lives you touch along the way. If you want to keep growing, you have to keep learning. Life doesn't stand still, and neither should you. The world is changing, industries evolve, opportunities shift. But the one thing that will always give you an edge is your commitment to learning. Because the moment you stop learning, you start falling behind. Some people think learning stops after school. They put down the books, walk away from growth, and assume they have everything they need to succeed. But life has a way of humbling those who believe they already know it all. The most successful people, the ones who continue to rise, understand that learning is not an event, it's a lifelong process. Knowledge is the key that unlocks doors. It gives you confidence, it sharpens your skills, it allows you to see what others miss. Every great achiever in any field is a student first. They read, they study, they ask questions. They don't wait for knowledge to come to them, they seek it out. Because they know that the more they learn, the more they grow. But it's not just about consuming information, it's about applying it. Wisdom is knowledge in action. Too many people collect information but never use it. They attend seminars, read books, listen to experts, but never implement what they learn. Learning without action is just entertainment. The real power is in applying what you know, refining your skills, and improving every single day. And here's something to remember. The more you learn, the more valuable you become. In business, in relationships, in life, those who continue to learn are always in demand. They adapt, they innovate, they lead. They don't wait for someone to tell them what to do next. They figure it out because they've developed the mindset of a learner. Learning is not a chore. It's an investment in yourself. Make reading a habit. Surround yourself with people who challenge your thinking. Study success, study failure, study everything that can help you become better. Because the more you grow, the more opportunities will find you. If you want to stay ahead, if you want to achieve more, if you want to become the best version of yourself, commit to being a lifelong learner. Never stop growing, never stop improving, and never stop becoming the person you were meant to be. You can have the best ideas, the biggest dreams, and the most detailed plans, but without action, none of it matters. Success doesn't come from wishful thinking or waiting for the perfect moment. It comes from taking massive, determined action. Too many people hesitate. They analyze, they overthink, they wait for the stars to align before they move. But the truth is, there is never a perfect time. If you wait until everything is just right, you'll be waiting forever. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't isn't intelligence or talent, it's action. Those who achieve great things don't sit around hoping for things to change. They step up and make things happen. Taking massive action means going all in. It means not just dipping your toes in the water, but diving in with everything you've got. It means refusing to settle for small efforts and instead committing to doing whatever it takes. If you want to change your life, you have to move with urgency. You have to wake up every day with a sense of purpose and attack your goals with relentless energy. Does this mean you'll always get it right? No. You will make mistakes. You will face setbacks. But action creates momentum, and momentum is the key to success. When you keep moving forward, adjusting, learning, and improving along the way, you become unstoppable. Taking action also builds confidence. Most people think confidence comes before action, but it's the other way around. The more you do, the more you believe in yourself. Every step you take, every small victory reinforces the belief that you can achieve more. But you'll never know what you're capable of until you take that first step. And here's the secret. Massive action doesn't just mean working hard. It means working smart. It means focusing on the things that truly move the needle. It means cutting out distractions, prioritizing what matters, and putting your energy into high-impact activities. Hard work alone won't guarantee success, but smart, consistent action will. If you want to create real change, if you want to see real progress, you can't just talk about it. You have to do something about it. Not tomorrow, not next week, right now. Because when you take massive action, life responds. Doors open, opportunities appear, and momentum carries you further than you ever thought possible. The road to success is not a straight path. It is filled with twists, turns, obstacles, and setbacks. There will be moments when you feel like giving up, when things don't go as planned, when the results don't show up as quickly as you expected. But the ones who make it to the top aren't the ones who never face challenges. They're the ones who refuse to quit. Persistence is the quality that separates those who dream from those who achieve. It's easy to start something when you're excited, when motivation is high, when everything seems possible. But the real test comes when the excitement wears off, when difficulties arise, when doubt starts creeping in. That's when most people walk away. That's when they tell themselves, maybe this wasn't meant to be. But the truth is, anything worthwhile requires endurance. Think of anyone who has ever achieved greatness. They all have one thing in common. They kept going when others stopped. They pushed through rejection, failure, and disappointment. They understood that setbacks are not signs to quit. They are part of the process. Every failure carries a lesson. Every delay builds resilience. Every challenge strengthens you for the next level. Quitting guarantees only one thing. You'll never know what could have been. Too many people give up when success is just around the corner. They stop digging right before they hit gold. They walk away from opportunities that could have changed their lives because they allowed temporary struggles to dictate their future. But when you decide that quitting is not an option, everything changes. When you make up your mind that you will persist no matter what, you start finding solutions instead of excuses.